It is a great day to have a great day. I always got to start off with a smile every single day. Had some technical difficulties, people, but I'm here. I said 7 o'clock, but 7-ish. And I don't usually like to be late, but some things were going on, but we had to fix them. But I'm not going to be here for a long time, okay? Just for a short time. And I hope everybody has had a wonderful day. Hi, David. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Uh, I'm going to get started in just a second. Everything was just trying to go wrong with me today. I was just like, what's going on? But we getting it together. We getting it together. So, talking about holiday spending. Let's talk about some holiday spending. If you don't know who I am, my name is Toria Howard, and I'm an educator by day, but I'm a real estate mogul. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm a real estate mogul in the making, but I'm a real estate professional and financial literacy educator. And today we're talking finances. It's Money Mondays. So drop a one in the comments if you are watching this live. I thought my Facebook was already going. Drop a two in the comments if you are watching. If you're new to my live, drop a three if you are watching a replay, and I really appreciate it. Hello, Facebook. I know I thought it was on is at the same time. I'm on my YouTube channel. I'm also on my IG and my Facebook all at the same time. But today we're talking it's Money Mondays and we're talking about holiday spending. You know, Black Friday is coming up. Everybody is gearing up for Black Friday. Everybody is gearing up for Cyber Monday. And if you are a travel guru, then you are gearing up for Cyber Tuesday, that Tuesday after Thanksgiving, where there's going to be a lot of travel deals and people are planning for their 2025 trip. I know I have some things planned in the works with some of my friends and I can't wait. And we just looking and trying to see what's going to be the best deals. Coming up on a 10-year anniversary for my University of Arkansas family. It's like 5 or 6 of us, and we are planning on getting together. So that's going to be fun. Two actually, we plan on getting together twice. So just a lot of things that's going on, and people are also trying to figure out their finances after our political climate is changing. So this is a good way to start. I know. A budget seems like, oh my God, it's a budget. It seems so tight, but it's not. It don't have to be that way. You have to do what's comfortable for you. But I know in the past, we all are used to spending so much money during this time, food and shopping for others, shopping for ourselves, whatever the case may be. And this is a good time to practice your discipline. And if the people that really love you, that you have around that you usually do these things for, they will understand if you have some financial goals that you are wanting to accomplish. They don't want you to go and break the bank for them if you're trying to get them to another level, buy a new home, start a business, whatever it is that you're trying to do to level up in your finances. So invest in or whatever. So one thing that I wanted to do is give you like 4 tips on how to budget during this time, how to cut back during this time, how to, ball on the budget, I should say. So, one thing that you can do is set spending limits for each person. I know a lot of people have children and we like to go all out for our children, especially if you have really good children. But the thing about it is, you have to think about the grand scheme of things. Are the things that you're buying them more important than the lessons that you're going to teach them in order to be more financially literate? So before shopping, list who are you buying for and set a strict spending limit for each person. So if you talking about, 200, per person, 300, 400, whatever that is. And this will help you stay within your overall budget and avoid impulse spending. So you want to make sure that you are keeping that down. And I know it's hard for, do it to training for children, but children, they really want that one big thing. And if you can keep it at that one big thing and then be like, hey, especially like with my daughter, I told her, like, listen, your birthday is in 3 months after Christmas, so let's track down what you really want right now. And then we'll save the rest for your birthday. So and I make her save any type of money that she receives anyway. She has to save 10%, 20%, I'm sorry, 20% of any money that she receives. So any money that she receives during Christmas, her birthday, weekly allowance, all of that, she still has to save 20%. So she knows that. And I put her on a budget all the time. And I just let her know, listen, this is my limit this for Christmas. What is the main thing that you want? Let's work on the main things that you need, and then everything else that you are looking to get will be for your birthday. So I set that limit with my daughter. So those of you that have multiple children and everything, they're not, you know, they're looking for the experience. So, think about, instead of spending a lot of money on the gifts, think about the experiences as a family that you can create. For me, we have a tradition where we put up the tree during Thanksgiving. We do, some Thanksgiving stuff. Like we're here in Michigan, in Detroit, we're going to the tree lighting. That's going to be the start of it. We're going to Thanksgiving parade since we are close and I don't have to drive. So think about creating experiences like on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, we watch Christmas movies, we do the cookies, we play games, we eat really well. And then creating those experiences outside of just those tangible gifts, they will forget about, if you are instilling this in their in them, but they will forget about, the things and want the experiences, because if you make it fun, they'll forget about that part. So just make sure that you are creating those spending limits. Number two, use a prepaid credit card for shopping. This way you have a set limit and you won't go over that limit. Those of you that have them unlimited credit cards, bravo to you. Okay. And you don't want to keep swiping and swiping. You want to set that limit, and that having those prepaid credit cards can help you do that. This is for people who are trying to have or striving to have financial goals that they're trying to meet, and they'll want to break the bank. Now, if you are one of those people that are balling out of control and can do that, by all means, and you have those reward credit cards and stuff like that, definitely use that. I'm talking to the people who really want to get their finances in order, so they have to create these limits, but they still want to spend some money on their loved ones. Then one of those things is loading money on a prepaid card for the holiday budget amount. So once the money is gone, that's it. Your shopping stops. Okay. The strategy prevents you from overspending and helps you maintain your financial control. And that goes with food too. So think about holiday spending is not just gifts. You got to think about it. The kids are out of school. You're going to have to buy, they're going to be out of school for 2 weeks. So you got to buy all these groceries. Plus, if you're having a family gathering, that's a part of your budget too. You got to think about that. Food for the kids off for 2 weeks, family gatherings, or however that works, and plus the gifts. And especially if you like me, if you like to spend some money on yourself too, you might want to buy yourself a gift or two. So make sure that you're understanding those limits. So the third thing is track your spending in real time. So use a budgeting app or a simple spreadsheet to log every purchase as you make it. Just like our parents used to do back in the day when they had the checkbook. Hi, Nisa. When our parents used to have the checkbook back in the day and they had to write everything down, every time they spent something, they had to subtract it, right? Do the same thing with your holiday spending in real time. Now, we have a little bit more technology, so we can do it on our phones and these different things. But if you're a person that like pen and paper, write it down too. Every time, set your limits, set your budget. Say, for instance, if your budget is $1,000, right? So set your limits and include all those things that are going to be in that, and track it in real time, and just subtract it away. Just like those reels that you see where people like, this is my bank account when I first started our vacation, and it's the same thing, right? So keep an eye on your spending, and it'll help you adjust your budget over that time period, because you don't want to go into credit card debt or any type of surmounting debt during this time. And most people do that because they want to people please. I'm just gonna keep it real. Excuse me. You want to people please. excuse me, you want to please the people that you love, and you want to give them the things that they want, but is it the things that they need? You know, give them a gift of investing, give them a gift of life insurance, give them a gift of paying for their credit to be repaired, give them a gift, of giving them some financial literacy, you know. And I know for kids it's a little bit different, but you still have to set limits with your children too. Like I said at the beginning, I set a limit with my daughter, and I tell her, listen, this is my limit for Christmas. Your birthday's in 3 months, so we'll get the rest for your birthday. And she's fine with that as long as she get that one big thing that she wants, and she knows that I buy her things throughout the year as well. So she doesn't have a problem with that. And then she gets her own money where she gets to spend her money on the things that she wants throughout the year. So I have instilled that in her. So sometimes you have to, set those barriers and start it right now and be disciplined. I know it's hard to do that and it might be difficult, but what is the bigger goal? Like I told my daughter the other day, you have to eliminate those things that don't really matter. What is the bigger goal here? The bigger goal is to, whatever that financial goal is to save for vacation. Is it to buy a house? Is it to, invest in, a business? Is it invest in whatever it is that you want to make your family that, they always talk about generational wealth. Well, where are you starting? The generational education starts first, and it's with your finances. And what better way to start that generational education than right now, teaching them discipline about money? Because money can grow on trees if you can create an asset to keep it growing. But how can you keep the asset going? Yeah, how can you keep the money growing if there's no asset attached to it? So you have to teach them that, the PlayStations and all of that, those are wants. I don't know what's the biggest, hottest toy, whatever. I don't have a child that's into that, so I don't pay attention to that anymore. She wasn't a gamer; she was like a doll person, so I used to have to get the latest and greatest dolls and all of that. But you still have to make sure that you're setting those parameters and teaching your children financial literacy, especially around this time. Don't spend all your money on the dinner, hosting your holiday parties and stuff like that. Have people bring some stuff too, Just let them know, like, hey, this year, I'm on a budget. Can such and such, can you bring this? Can you bring that? All of these different things people can bring. Now, if you don't want people to cook, I can understand, like, listen, you buy this, tell them, direct them in the way that they should go. But that'll help you reduce your food spending, because you got to remember, especially those of you that have children, you have to budget for them being off of school for 2 weeks, plus Christmas, plus activities that you want to do during those times, because I know you don't want to sit around the house the whole time. Like I said, for us, Thanksgiving break is coming up. So, we're going to go to the tree lighting. We're going to go to the Thanksgiving Day parade, because we're close by. So you got to think about the activities as well. So you have to plan for all these things if you don't want to break the bank. And a lot of times, spending, it feels good, especially when you think you have the money, especially if you're spending on credit cards, you know what I mean? But when you get the bill and you have to pay those things, yes, potluck. When you get the bill and you have to pay those things, it doesn't feel too good when you don't have enough to pay it. So you have to understand your limits and be able to not overextend yourself. Okay. So those are just some tips for you for the holidays. I just wanted to give you that. So, like I said, number one is set a spending limit for each person. Set how much you want to spend for each person. Yeah, selected potluck. Exactly. Make sure that you're setting limits, on how much you want to spend during that time. Yeah, Groupon is a good idea as well. And look for discounts. Look for ways to buy these different gifts and these different things on a discount, of some sort. Use a prepaid card for shopping. When you set that limit, you put that money on there. That's it. And it's gone. It's gone. So that's how you can, track your spending as well. Number 3 is track your spending in real time. If you have to write it down, you can use a budgeting app, you can use a spreadsheet, but every time you spend, you have to put it on the minus, Um, and then for plan a potluck instead of you spending all the money buying all the food and things like that. Or if you are the better cook, have people buy some of these items and you cook it. You could do that as well. So those are some ways that you can, budget, ball on a budget, during this holiday season. Like, follow, share, comment. Let me know. Thank you, Nisa, for the comments. I appreciate you. Let me know in the comments what you think about these tips, and follow me for more. Because I usually do Money Mondays, and then I come back on Wednesday and I'll do something for Winning Wednesday, and nothing like a great discount, definitely. And on my real estate page, I do my real estate Tuesdays, sometimes I go on Thursdays as well. So take a look at my real estate page as well. I'm a real estate professional here in Detroit, the metro area, but I can help you all across the United States. If you need credit repair, you need to know how to budget. If you need to know how to save, you need a will and trust, you need some credit cards, to learn how to use your credit cards correctly. Let's say that. And if you need a plethora of financial literacy needs, I have what you need. So definitely reach out to me. So today was a good day, and I appreciate all of you for tuning in, and share it with some people that you feel like will, benefit from this. And I'll see you tomorrow on my real estate page. On my real estate page, it's RE with T. Tomorrow on my real estate page, we'll be talking about investing in some real estate. See how that investing for the holidays, and see how that goes tomorrow. And I'll put out a reel and to preview some things that I'm going to talk about there. So everybody have an amazing evening. I'm gonna finally eat my dinner because I was supposed to come on here a while ago, but technical difficulties. It is what it is. I'm here now, and but I'm gone now. Everybody have an amazing evening. See you tomorrow. Real Estate Tuesday. RE with T. Follow me on all platforms.